Yackin Wit Yoni. We're going to preview NFL and NBA weekend as well as the debut of Yanni's review. That's all right now on Yackin Wit Yoni. Cave. I am Ryan Yanishanis, and welcome to Yackin Wit Yoni on this December the 7th. Let's kick things off with previewing the NBA weekend. First tonight, both the Bulls and Bucks are in action. The Bulls will be in Detroit to take on the Pistons. The Bucks will be home to face the Bobcats. Bulls, Pistons, and the Pistons are right now, they went from having that big team with Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups, current Bull Rip Hamilton, and all them guys, Ben and Rasheed, the both Wallaces, to go into a team that really only has right now and still has Tayshaun Prince, the only guy left in that group, but he is mainly the leader of this team, and but I think it's going to be, the Bulls really need to step up tonight and win this game. They know that they can easily take advantage of a team that isn't very good. It's going to be the bottom feeder in at least the Bulls division. They're not a team that looks like they're going to be competitive at all, so I think it's a big game for the Bulls. Hopefully they'll step up and play well. Again, that one, the Bulls, Pistons, and I think with Rip Hamilton, I'm not sure if he's going to be back, but it would be another homecoming for him to come back to Detroit. He was a Bull killer all them years, now getting a chance to play against his team. He did it last year as well, but a game that the Bulls should easily handle, and that should be that. So hopefully they'll be able to do that. And then on the other side tonight, the Bucks will host the Bobcats. Bobcats, another one of them young team. I think the Bucks are looking for some revenge. The last time these two teams met in Charlotte, the Bucks lost that one. The Bucks have had a couple of tough losses on the road this week. A game they should have won against the New Orleans Hornets, and then they lose against the San Antonio Spurs. They need to come out and win this one. They do have Kemba Walker, do the Bobcats. Of course, they're now trying to get the name back to the Charlotte Hornets, which wouldn't take till about a couple of years still. But nonetheless, I think this is a big game for the Bucks. Need a rebound game. They need to win here because they go right back on the road. So this is a big, crucial game for the Bucks. And I think they just need their big two. When I'm talking about Monte Ellis and Brandon Jennings, they did not step up in that game in San Antonio. They need to do it here tonight against the Bobcats. Tonight's game for the Bulls will start at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Bucks will not have local television tonight. Tomorrow night going to be a big one from the United Center. The Bulls will face the best team in the East, the New York Knicks, who just came off a win over the Miami Heat last night, who I think the Heat are just bored with the regular season already, want to get to the playoffs. So I think that's going to be an interesting game for the Bulls. I think the Bulls, it's going to be a tough one because they got Carmelo Anthony, Tyson Chandler returns, Amari Stoudemire still out. But the Bulls, you're going to see a good game. I think you're going to see two teams that are going to play tough, but I think definitely the edge goes to the New York Knicks. Right now they're on a roll. Nothing's really stopping them. They're playing very well. Raymond Felton as their guard. So, they're getting the job done. They're doing what they need to do, and that's why they're the best in the East. And I think them and the Heat are going to have mainly the lead of the Eastern Conference for the rest of the season until Derrick Rose comes back, which is official that he might be coming back after the All-Star break. He has been practicing. Hopefully that's a start of thing. Or just shooting around, so that's a good thing. So the Bulls, they're going to need to really be on their A game tomorrow night against the New York Knicks. They are home, but again, you got to stop Melo and you got to stop Tyson Chandler. You got to stop that whole team and Jason Kidd as well. Okay, and then Sunday the Bucks will be in Brooklyn to take on the Nets from the brand new Barclays Center. That's going to be a good game as well. The Bucks, I think, it's going to be based on how they play tonight against a struggling Bobcats team. The Nets are still young. They got Brook Lopez, and they're just trying to get accustomed to being in Brooklyn. This is going to be a big game. The Bucks have not played well on the road. It proved on that 2-game road trip over the weekend. So they have not played well. They have not done well. So I think this is going to be a tough game for them. I think it's going to hurt them a little bit, but I think however they play tonight is how they're going to react to that game against the Nets on Sunday. But I think once again you need the big two. However the big two go, even Larry Sanders is starting to get a start. He just got to start his first game in San Antonio. If he can start stepping up, he's going to be the go-to guy as well. So them three right now are wherever they go, where the Bucks are going, and the Bucks have not gone anywhere in the last couple of days, and they're going to stay struggling on the road. So that's a big game for them. And that one will be at 5 o'clock. On Sunday, but again, no television, so the Bucks, both games will be no TV. If you do have the NBA package, at least on DirecTV, you'll be able to see the games on the other team's network. So it was like that last year. Not sure if it is this year, but all weekend, neither game will be on Fox Sports Wisconsin. So that is the previewing NBA weekend. Yackin Wit Yoni's on top of it when it comes to social media. That includes Twitter, where you can get active with the show. So don't forget to follow Yackin Wit Yoni on Twitter. The Twitter handle is Yackin Wit Yoni 1, number 1. So don't forget to be a part of that as well. We have 2 followers. Got to get some more on that. Now it's time for the debut of Yanni's Review, where I review a movie. And today's review is the only movie I've seen recently, has been Flight, which is with Denzel Washington, John Goodman as well. It was a very good movie. People that don't have a personal experience with dealing with that kind of stuff has said that they don't really like it. It's all it's about is a guy that's drugged up, it is a guy that does drugs, and he does cocaine, he smokes marijuana, he does all that stuff, but as well he does it on the flight just for a plane. Well, he's flying a plane. There's a Denzel Washington, and then eventually he's on a flight that crashes, but he's able to land them where no one gets hurt, or no one gets, I think 3 people got killed. So I mean, a great job to that. But I think it was a very good movie, and they also said that in that movie that they did it with 10 other people and it never happened. It's actually a true story off of a plane crash, but no one survived. But again, the personal experiences of this, I mean, some parts bring the tear to your eye if you actually have dealt with stuff like that, drug abuse, alcohol, that kind of stuff, and if you've dealt with that, and either in your family, yourself, that's where you're going to feel the real life stuff that's coming in. His problems with his son, his wife. So I mean, that's the personal experience is what makes this movie. If you don't have it, then you're just going to look at it as a movie. It is when the first scene of the movie is a naked woman, pretty much. So well, not pretty much, it is, but in a hotel room with Denzel Washington. But nonetheless, it is a very good movie. I've heard John Goodman plays an unbelievable role, but anyway, he goes on trial, does Denzel Washington for being under the influence and drinking, and he had a chance to get away with it, and he turned himself in and said that so it was his fault, and then he did get sentenced to prison. But it was a good movie nonetheless. I recommend it. Not sure how much longer it's going to be on in the theaters, but it's definitely a movie that I'd have you guys definitely go out and see. It's a very good movie. Again, that is Flight with Denzel Washington and John Goodman. John Goodman played both of them doing drugs, but it's good nonetheless. So that is the first edition of Yanni's Review on Flight. Check out the official website of Yackin Wit Yoni, where you can view promo flyers, Katie's blog, merchandise, and much more. Go to yackinwityoni.weebly.com. That is our website. Or no, it's actually yackinwyoni.com or .weebly.com. And you'll get a chance to see that. Now it is time to preview NFL weekend. First, the Bears are going to be in Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Bears just faced the Vikings. The Vikings had to face Bears, Packers, Bears. This is another big game for the Bears. Again, I think the same thing would happen with the Packers last week. Jared Allen was on top of Aaron Rodgers, and he got him a couple of good times. That's what the Bears are going to have to watch out for this week. Again, it's the Dome. And I think it's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a game where the Bears need to really be, again now with Brian Urlacher pretty much being out the rest of the regular season, that's going to be a tough thing. And I think with that now the defense is going to have to step up just as much, but I think the offensive line is going to really have to step up, knowing Jared Allen's right there, he's hungry. They've lost both of these last 2 games, have the Vikings, and the Bears are coming off a tough loss to the Seattle Seahawks, so this is a game that the Bears need to win. It is in Minnesota, so that makes it a little bit tougher, but nonetheless, this is a game that they know that they can win. But again, you have to also watch out for Adrian Peterson. He's a guy that's having an unbelievable year, in a year where no one even thought he was going to be playing, and he is able to do that. So great job so far this year by Adrian Peterson, but now with Brian Urlacher out, they have to step up that much more to stop him, and so we'll see how. And also, Christian Ponder is getting married to, I want to say her name's Stacey Steele. I think I'm getting that wrong, but she's on ESPN, so congratulations that they're engaged. And for the Packers-Lions, that'll be Sunday Night Football tomorrow night. I think that's a game that the Packers should also be able to handle. It's going to be a tough one. I think the Packers know that they got a lot to prove. But they also, Detroit, this game will be in Green Bay. The Lions are struggling right now. They haven't been able to much. Calvin Johnson, I was talking on the Yanni and Max show about how Calvin Johnson pretty much is the Manning curse, but he's starting to get a little bit better. I think if Matthew Stafford connects with him on Sunday night, I think that's going to be a big key, and if he can do that, I think they're going to be good, because the Packers' defense has struggled, but I think their offense, they also re-signed Ryan Grant, did the Packers, but the Packers, once they get healthy, that's when you're going to see this team really come to form. I think this should be a good game for them, but this is also a game for the Lions, who look like pretty much they're not going to be in the playoffs, but just to play spoiler and help the Bears out, and that would definitely be big. So for a Bear fan, the Lions are your favorite team coming into this weekend. So again, the Packers, but I say you have to watch out for. I think Stafford to Johnson combo should be big, but for the Packers, they're just gonna have to possibly run the ball a little bit more or pass it. We'll see how Aaron Rodgers is able to do. Greg Jennings should be in there, I believe, as well. That is previewing NFL weekend. Bears-Vikings will be noon on Fox. Lions and the Packers will be on at 7:30 on NBC. Every week I'll have a question and put it on Facebook, Twitter, and our website. We want you, the people's feedback. I'll read them the following Friday. You can also email it to yackinwityoni@yahoo.com. That is the question of the week. And speaking of that, the new question of the week. I didn't get any responses last week, so I'll give you a sports question this week. Who has the better offense right now, Bears or Packers? And if I can get any responses, I will give them to you next week next Friday on the program, right here, because this is our Friday Man Cave. So again, who has the better offense right now, Bears or Packers? Let us know. I'll have it up on the brand new website. I'll have it up on our website today. Katie brings it better than ever. She dips into the entertainment, gives us some of the big stories going on. That's every Monday on Yackin Wit Yoni, Katie's Corner. So she'll be back on Monday. Time for predictions. And now there's only 4 games, or there's 6 games actually, into 4 basketball games. Bulls Pistons, I'm going to take Bulls. Bucks Bobcats, I'm going to take Bucks. Bulls Knicks, I'm going to take Knicks. Bucks Nets, I'm going to take Nets. I'm going to take Bears over Vikings and Packers over Lions. So I got Bulls, Bucks, Knicks, Nets, Bears, Packers over the weekend. That is going to wrap it up here for the first week of Yackin Wit Yoni. Glad you could be a part of it with me. Problems with the sponsor or lack thereof, so I don't know if they're ever going to reply to me again. But glad you could be with us for the first week. Hi, I'm Brian Yanashas. Thank you for watching this December, the 7th edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. And don't forget, this always is and will be one guy, one show, enough said.